Beatrice Beebe has been working in New York City for 40 years doing close video of 3 minutes of interactions between mothers and babies who are 4 months old. In her 40 years of taking high definition video, 2 cameras simultaneously filming mother and baby's face, what she has discovered is that by the age of 4 months, babies start to confine themselves completely to the facial expression vocabulary of their mothers. By the time a baby is 4 months old, a baby is born making every facial expression. A baby is born making sad faces and making outraged, angry faces and making frightened faces and startled faces and surprised faces and joy faces. But by the time a baby is 4 months old, the baby starts to only make the facial expressions that the mother can easily respond to. So if you have a really angry mother but she's not responsive, you're actually not getting any feedback that your angry face is okay. So this is not about what your mother can do, it's about what she can respond to. So it can be a fathering person too, if the fathering person is the one that's the one taking the most care of the baby, right? It's whoever's taking the most care of the baby. Doesn't matter the gender. So we become confined to the emotional territory that our mother has at her disposal in relational space. That is where we begin. At 4 months of age, long before our brain even begins to form the neural formations of verbal language.
That again.
Could I say that again?
To the emotional.
What part?
Confined to the
By the time we're 4 months old, we are confined to the emotional, relational world that our mother has access to. This has so many implications. This has huge implications for the roots of our unconscious contracts. So, for example, the root of unconscious contracts of expression, of marketing, if we pull it all the way back to baby's emotions, what we need for marketing is joy. For self-expression is essentially joy. If our mothers, and this is what moms do depending on their attachment style, this is why the attachment workshop is a week long. So you'll remember our inverted U of attachment, where we go out here on the left and we go out here on the right. For facial expressions, when the mama is tipped over from the top of the inverted U and heading down into the left hemisphere, heading into the instrumental brain, what the mom does, instead of encouraging joy, is the mom diminishes joy. For the left hemisphere, joy has no purpose. For the left hemisphere, when the baby starts to smile, the mom smiles a little smaller. In the experience of secure attachment, at the top of our U of attachment, when the baby smiles, the mom goes a little bigger. The baby smiles and the mom goes a little bigger. And the baby goes bigger and the mom goes bigger and the baby goes bigger and the mom goes bigger. And it's an expanding experience. Joy is dyadic. Joy is essentially a two-person system. We don't get to do joy without somebody to do joy with. And babies don't get to do joy without somebody to do joy with. So there are many responses to joy. There's a diminishment of joy. There's also the scorning and humiliation and making fun of and ridicule and having contempt for joy. So a vow about marketing, I will not express myself in order to save myself from contempt, is also the vow of a baby going, I am not going to smile. It does not end well. And the vow not to breathe in order to be able to support the mother's presence is a vow that also touches on joy. So many of the vows touch on joy. The thing that humans make promises to themselves more than anything else about is not to have hope so that they will never be heartbroken again. This is the most common recurring unconscious contract that we walk around carrying. Yes, we can have a pause. So we make promises to ourselves not to express, not to hope, not to invest ourselves emotionally, not to reach, not to love, in order to save ourselves from disastrous moments in the past where we were crushed and we were not caught. You asked a question about an age, Donna? Well, it belongs to every age, and it has its roots in the experience of having people around us when we're infants who are not able to catch and expand and be with and enjoy our expression and our joy.